Massachusetts has one of the highest rates of vaccination in the entire country, but there's still some pockets around the state where the rate is well below the average. VaxMillions was supposed to help close that gap. And with the first drawing just days away, the verdict is still out on whether it's made an impact.
If you're not vaccinated, you can't play.
The VaxMillions announcement from Governor Baker, the lure $1 million prizes for people 18 and over, and college tuition for anyone vaccinated between the ages of 12 and 17. Drawings held once a week every Monday starting next week through the end of August. The administration points to results so far. More than 300,000 people have become fully vaccinated since the announcement. But they admit it's still too soon to tell what impact the lotteries had. Our review of the data suggests not much. Since mid-May, before the lottery, vaccination rates in most cities and towns have been going up a few percentage points a week. Here are the vaccination rates for 25 cities and towns with some of the lowest rates. No big leap after the VaxMillions June 15th announcement or 2 weeks later in the rate of people fully vaccinated. The biggest increase since the announcement came in the cities of Lawrence, Quincy, Everett, and Chelsea. Each had a 6% jump. But the vaccination rates in all of them are still below the 70% mark.
We may see some increase in vaccination because of the lottery. I don't think it'll be as dramatic as may have been seen in some of the other states.
Dr. Brian Patel with Sturdy Memorial Hospital in Attleboro says there's nothing wrong with the lottery, but he hasn't seen much impact locally.
For some people that may be really almost ready to make the decision to get vaccinated, it may be a partial reason that may make them make the decision to get vaccinated. I think for those that are not getting vaccinated because of concerns about the vaccine itself and the safety of the vaccine, I'm not sure that the lottery is really going to do much in convincing those people to get vaccinated.
This is clear. Entering is easy. Just log into the VaxMillions website and enter your contact information. The odds of winning are better than other lotteries. So far, 1.9 million people have entered the $1 million prize drawing, and 127,000 people have entered the college scholarship drawing. And the first drawings of VaxMillions giveaway will be next Monday, July 26th. The first winners will be announced next Thursday, July 29th. Erica?
Oh, yeah. Well, so Karen, let's talk logistics. What do we know about how the winner will be selected?
Well, the winners will be randomly selected by the Massachusetts State Lottery using what's called a random number generator. That system will assign a number to each of the individual entrants. For each prize, the lottery will select one potential winner plus a group of alternates in the event the potential winner is determined to be ineligible.
Yeah, because the rules for how you collect your prize, they're pretty important, different from normal lotteries. So how are people going to be contacted and what do they need to know?
Well, it's the Department of Public Health that will be contacting you. They'll reach out by the phone, text, or email contact information you provided when you registered. They must speak with you by phone, though, to verify your eligibility, and you'll have 24 hours to respond to DPH. You may be asked also to provide your vaccination card if you're selected as a winner. And remember, everyone, you must get your shot in Massachusetts in order to qualify.